Now at 10, an Oklahoma man is indicted in a child porn case. Plus, a Southwest Missouri school district brings back an old method of discipline. And officials with Oklahoma look to connect employers with potential employees for Workforce Development Month.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
An Afton, Oklahoma man is now federally indicted in a child porn case. This is KOAM News at 10. In May of 2021, Glenn Nichols was arrested in Delaware County on charges of aggravated possession of child porn and distribution of child porn. According to court documents, an investigation opened after an internet company flagged images of child exploitation. Nichols was convicted and sentenced to 10 years. Last week, he was charged in federal court because the victims are members of the Cherokee tribe. An old school discipline method is returning to some Missouri districts. Madison Horner spoke to parents and administrators at Cassville schools about its decision to bring back corporal punishment.
Cassville Superintendent Merlin Johnson tells me the policy change is a result of a survey sent out to staff, students, and parents in May.
One of the suggestions that came out was concerns about student discipline, and so we reacted by implementing several different strategies, corporal punishment being one of them.
Dr. Johnson says this change will give principals one more disciplinary option before students receive more serious punishments such as suspensions. Administrators say it would be the last resort for parents and faculty members if other means of discipline do not work.
It's something that we don't anticipate using frequently. This is an opt-in only option for parents. So anyone who disagrees with corporal punishment, they simply do nothing by not opting in.
Johnson says he understands there will be different views on this decision, and the district respects the opinions of parents who choose not to opt in. Parents like Kimberly Richardson, who says if a child is going to be punished, it should be up to the parents. She would also prefer the district continue with the other forms of discipline.
Like in-school suspension, that would be fine with me, or even out-of-school suspensions. I think those are just way better than corporal punishment.
Another parent, Dylan Burns, says he doesn't see a problem with corporal punishment and thinks every parent has the right to choose.
No matter what you choose, I think you need to sit down with your kids and choose what's best for you and your family and that fits your parenting style. And trust that everybody there at Cassville is not going to do anything that you don't want done to your child.
Corporal punishment is authorized by Missouri statute as an option for each local school to consider if parents opt in. Let's check in with Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, it turned out to be a hot one for us today. Temperatures all the way up into the low to mid 90s, depending on where you live. Nice start, 63, 93 was the high. Normal high is 89, so a few notches above where we should be. 101 was the record set back in 1983. So at least we aren't seeing the triple-digit heat this week. Anyways, nothing going on. We have pretty much clear skies across the entire Central Plains. We do have a storm system back to our north and to our west, which will start to give us some rain chances as we head into the weekend. Temps still sitting upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Now we're going to drop back to 67 by noon, near 90. 94 by 5, high temp at 95, but you can see some isolated little thunderstorms. We're going to break that down for you, all coming up here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. September is Workforce Development Month in Oklahoma. KOAM's Yana Hautala talked with officials trying to connect employers with employees.
Over the past 12 months, Oklahoma added 44,800 payroll jobs, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The state is trying to connect and fill the job vacancies.
We get those lists from businesses, and they appreciate our services of bringing people in to the workplace for them.
Oklahoma Workforce Development provides needed training for people looking for jobs.
Helping a person train for the job they want and get it, and helping businesses get the person they're looking for, we believe those are two sides of the same coin.
Morris says Oklahoma's population growth was big through the pandemic. At the same time, there's a lot of business growth that has open jobs.
There's still a large demand for candidates at most, if not all, of those plants and industrial parks that are hiring.
Both Morris and Johnson say currently there is a lot of competition over same jobs.
There's a lot of competition after COVID, Most of the companies and businesses hiring are competing with each other, so pay rate has become a big factor of who's going to get the strongest and best employees.
Morris has a solution for this.
The Northeast Workforce Board, they work with local colleges, community colleges, and career techs to say, how can you expand your programs to produce more people so that we're not all fighting over the same small group of people.
Morris says the rewarding part of the job is to see people see hope in their lives when they walk out from the office.
He was 21 and had spent most of his life since 12 behind bars. When he started welding for a company in Eastern Oklahoma, that CEO told me that he's probably the best welder he's ever seen. But those are the changes that can be made if people will come to us, let us help them.
In Pryor, Janna Hautala, KOAM News.
Sarah Johnson says the highest need in northeastern Oklahoma is for industrial workers. Visit Joplin is launching a new website. The purpose, to enrich guest experience. The website features more appealing and larger graphics, larger text prints, and improved ease of use. Officials say it helps promote tourism in the Joplin area.
The website is designed to give people the tourism information for Joplin, and our goal is always to get them to visit Joplin, but also come back more frequently and stay longer when they come. You know, a lot of our new residents in Joplin were guests first, and in a lot of cases that's the case that they went through visitjoplinmo.com to learn what we had to offer, and from there they plan their experience and visit Joplin.
Officials said the website is active, working, and free for all to use. That website is visitjoplinmo.com. A historic Joplin Cemetery is getting a makeover. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has details.
Over the years, Cox Cemetery was forgotten until local volunteers decided to give the cemetery a new life. The cemetery holds some of Joplin's oldest families.
Lots of family plots. There are a lot of people that are in unmarked graves over time, but also was a pauper's field for many years.
Uncovering unmarked headstones is one aspect of volunteering, but bringing the community together to beautify the cemetery is the main goal.
So it's been a great journey. I've met a lot of people along the way. We've got a lot of research that we're doing, and just kind of rebuilding that community interest and restarting the board here.
The state of Missouri does not oversee the upkeep of cemeteries, so it's up to the community to make sure historical cemeteries aren't forgotten.
It is more than just a family cemetery. While John C. Cox and his wife Sarah and the children are buried here, there are a lot of other families that are buried here too.
Organizing the cleanup of Cox Cemetery was no easy task. In fact, it was a year in the making.
So I started asking preservationists and historians, and I started asking government entities and offices, and nobody really had the answers. And I was like, I've got to find the answers because this place is too important to our community. It is a treasure.
Reporting in Joplin, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
To get involved with cleaning up local cemeteries, go to KOAMnewsnow.com. Coming up, the latest on lawsuits the state of Missouri faces regarding voter laws. Plus, the Joplin Chamber of Commerce and Crowder College celebrate 5 years of partnership. Family and friends of Terrell Brooks Ellis II stood outside the Ottawa County Courthouse today to get justice for the inmate who died in custody in 2015. Ellis's mother, Shelley Bliss, filed a lawsuit against the Sheriff's Department in 2017, which is still in the court system and has not been resolved. In that lawsuit, Bliss alleges the nurse working for the jail did not provide medical care to her son. That protest will go on again tomorrow morning in front of the Ottawa County Courthouse starting at 11 a.m. He is facing 2 lawsuits over a new voting law that's supposed to go into effect next week. Marina Silva talked to the people behind the lawsuit over voter ID.
Right now, in order to vote in Missouri, you need to have some sort of identification. One of the things this new law will do is require a specific photo ID.
People, for various reasons, may or may not have a Missouri driver's license or a Missouri ID, but they may have a photo ID or other method of identification that has been used in elections in the past.
Marilyn McLeod is the president of the League of Women Voters. She says everyone has the right to vote.
We feel so strongly that every eligible citizen should be able to vote, and to put roadblocks in their path is just not a way to make our democracy work. It works better when all the voices are heard. And so limiting to a very, very specific kind of photo ID will cause a lot of people not to be able to vote.
She says it unfairly targets minorities.
Well, we know it will affect students, it will affect seniors, it will affect people with disabilities, it will affect minorities, it will affect people who do not drive. Whether it's targeted or not, these are people who will be affected.
Another lawsuit has to do with voter registration and absentee voting. What the law would do is prohibit organizations like the League of Women Voters from helping with voter registration. The law would make it so voters have to go through their election authority in order to apply for an absentee ballot. McLeod says organizations wouldn't be able to share information on how to do that with people.
Democracy works better when everybody's voice is heard.
The law is set to go into effect on Sunday unless the courts intervene before then.
The lawsuit named the state of Missouri and the Secretary of State John Ashcroft as the state's top election official. Ashcroft did not make himself available for comment. Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce and Crowder College are celebrating the 5th anniversary of the Advanced Training and Technology Center. The partnership is geared toward developing the future workforce and helping new startups as they recognize past and present tenants and other stories. Their stories. Officials say the pair have partnered up to train people for skilled jobs.
So what Crowder College does in the facility, we train welders, we have drafting, we've started a surge tech program, a lot of things that the community has asked us to do, and the Joplin Chamber allows us to use the facility for those classes.
Officials say in the past 5 years, 140 jobs have been created from the programs. A little bit later, YMCA celebrates back to school with an open house.
Plus, we have some rain chances back in the forecast. I'm going to break that down for you coming up. Well, of course, it turned out to be a hot one, but a nice one across the region. Temperatures lower 90s for us today. And even though we picked up more rain over the past couple weeks, we still really need the rain. Southwest Missouri is a little bit better because most of it was in an extreme drought, but now it's mainly southern Barton, parts of Jasper County, and then once you get down south of Branson. But look at the extreme drought all the way back through Cherokee County, Labette, Montgomery, Washington, Nowata, Craig, Ottawa counties in northeastern Oklahoma. So we do need some more rain. At least we have rain chances increasing as we go through the next few days. Hopefully not too much when it's when you have outdoor activities, but we definitely do need the rain. And also the temperatures haven't been as hot. Look at the triple digits. Week 1, triple digits. Week 2, had a few last Sunday and Monday, and then we've had several days below normal, or at least right above normal. Past few days have just been a couple clicks above where we should be for this time of the year. All right, let's go outside. Upper 70s to near 80 for most of us right now. We're looking at 7th and Rangeline, currently sitting at 80. Winds are calm. Relative humidity is at 62%. Nothing's going on. We have clear skies here pretty much the entire Central Plains. Clear skies. Here's our next wave. North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, parts of Montana. This system will give us some chances for showers and thunderstorms by the time we head into the weekend. Now our temperatures are still going to heat up. So this line, the yellow line, is our temperature, but right above it, that's our heat index. The closer these two lines are together, that's good news. That means we don't have extreme humidity, and we don't want it during the summer months. 69 is where we start, near 90 by noon, 94 by 5, high temp of 95. Look at the couple isolated little thunderstorms that start to pop up tomorrow afternoon. So let's go ahead hour by hour. We'll move into the morning hours. We'll start into the upper 60s, near 90 by noon, a little bit hotter on Friday. I think most of us 94, 95 degrees. Isolated little thunderstorms popping up mainly after 3 p.m. Only about 10 or 15% of the region, but the ones that will be out there that could drop some heavy amounts of rain for a short period of time. Near 70 Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, much of the same. Isolated little thunderstorms popping up mainly north of Interstate 44. I think a complex near Kansas City Saturday night into Sunday morning. Our better rain chances move in Sunday night into Monday morning. We'll get a complex that should drop through, and then again Monday night into Tuesday morning. So we have chances for more widespread rain as we head into early next week, and that will also keep the temperatures in check as well. We shouldn't warm up too much. The humidity is going to start to creep back up just a little bit though. 95 tomorrow, 93 Saturday, 94 on Sunday. If you have outdoor activities planned over the weekend, don't cancel anything. The hit and miss storms are probably going to be more miss than hit, and even if you do get a storm, it'll blow right on through like we saw last weekend. 93 on Monday, we hold near 90 through the middle of next week.
I guess it's okay to think I don't have to cancel my outdoor activities, but I would just as soon give up the outdoor activities for a good soaking of rain.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Thanks, Doug. Tonight was back to school night at the open house for the Y Academy of Dance. What better way to celebrate it than with free dances, classes, food, shopping, and dance clothes. The event gave new and current students a chance to meet their instructors and also help parents meet the new management. The Academy is open to anyone who's willing to give dance a try.
Yeah, I think there is gymnastics and dance classes for anyone, and I think it's always worth a try. It's something that teaches you discipline, but also strength, and it's just fun. You know, you can meet new friends. There's lots of different ways that you can be active, and I think this is a really great outlet for kids.
Well, run, eventually, handstands eventually, hand flips.
You keep working on it and eventually you're gonna get there. The Academy is now fully staffed after being short-staffed the last few years. Still ahead, Kansas City Chiefs finish up the preseason tonight at home against the Packers, and a motivated group of underclassmen fuels Labette County football ahead of their season opener. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
The Labette County Grizzlies are just 8 days away from their season opener. The Grizzlies kick off their schedule next Friday on the road against the Circle Thunderbirds. Labette County aiming for a bounce-back season this fall. The Grizzlies were 0-9 last year, missing the playoffs for the fourth consecutive season. They dealt with a lot of injuries to a lot of different players last season, so had to have a lot of young guys on the field. Those young guys are back, plus a good group of freshmen, and they're bringing the energy to this team in fall camp.
80% of our team are freshmen, sophomores. Okay, they're vocal. You know, they're not like normal freshmen. These guys want to win. You can tell that when they go out there. They're getting kids fired up through our drills. They want to win football games. They want to win football games now. It's just fun to watch them. I mean, these guys they're coaching each other out there a little bit, and that's the most exciting part.
They bring the energy every day. It's always something new. It's really refreshing for us because last year practices were kind of slow, but they're fast.
Being a part of that team also last year, we just really want the kids to know what winning feels like.
The Carthage Tigers open the football season at home tomorrow against Republic. Now, under John Guidey, at least in the last 8 years I've been here, it's a program that has always had a good quarterback. Guys like Alex Derryberry, Keith Guest, Zeke Sappington, Patrick Carlton, Caden Cabance, all good. The Carthage turns to senior Cooper Jadwin this year, hoping he's the next guy in a string of good players under center.
We've been pretty blessed, very fortunate to have some good kids come through. Certainly want leadership out of that spot. You want character, you want a kid who knows how to compete and wants to compete. You want a kid who not only wants to be good but make his players around him good. Obviously having the ability to run or throw or do both is a key. Hopefully that's what Cooper gives us. We've had all different types of quarterbacks. You know, we've had the smaller, fast ones that could run. We've had kids that are a little taller and slender that could throw. We've had, Patrick was kind of a dual threat guy. He could run very well and throw the ball very well. Caden came in a year ago and could run the ball well. So it just, you got to get in the system. You have to know big picture and be able to perform at a very high level.
The Kansas City Chiefs wrap up their preseason schedule tonight. Chiefs host the Packers in their third and final preseason game of the year. That one just went final a little bit ago. Kansas City wins it 17-10. Shane Buechele goes 11 for 17, 166 yards and a pair of scores. And the Chiefs will open the regular season on September 11th on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. The St. Louis Cardinals finish up their 5-game series with the rival Chicago Cubs tonight. The two teams have split the first 4 games of the series, with the Cubs winning last night 7-1. The Cards trying to rebound and take the series in the finale. Corey Dickerson, RBI single. Dickerson goes 3 for 5 on the day for St. Louis. Next batter, Nolan Gorman, back up the middle. Scores another. Cardinals go up 2-0 after the first. Then it was the Paul Goldschmidt show in the 4th. Goldschmidt goes down the first base line for the RBI single. That scores 2 to make it 5-2 St. Louis. 6th inning now, Goldschmidt up again. Hammers this one up and out, solo homer. Number 32 on the year, makes it 6-2 then for good measure in the 8th with a runner on. Another bomb for Goldschmidt. 3 for 5, 2 jacks, 5 RBIs. Cardinals take the game and the series 8-3. Yeah, we're just 1 day away, man. First week of Missouri high school football. Tomorrow night, we'll be out there.
You're counting down the days. You're excited
Yeah,
about
I'm ready. I'm tired of talking about previews and ready to get to the games.
A lot of fans feel the same way. We'll be right back. Take some time now to honor a member of the Armed Forces. Marcus Philpott joined the U.S. Army in 2004. His hometown, Webb City, Missouri. And we are proud to salute Marcus Philpott, a 4-state hero. You can learn about other heroes. You can submit your own. You just go to our website. It's KOAMnewsnow.com. The temperatures ahead hot. The chances for rain, kind of slight. They are there.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have some pop-up storms over the next few days, but they are going to be very hit and miss. We'll be into the mid-90s. Our better chances for widespread rain, this is going to occur late Sunday, late Monday, Tuesday. Those are going to be the better chances. Temperatures pretty steady, lower 90s.
Final sports notes.
I've got plenty of good high school football games tomorrow night in Southwest Missouri. Joplin at home against Branson. Webb City hosts Nixa. Carthage at home against Republic.
It's high school football time.
Yeah.
We've been writing the pigskin preview since like June, so it feels like it's time for the games to be here.
Enough preview, on with the show. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show, 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.